They have not looked good. Towers of Doom. I think this is our first Towers of Doom map. Huh. Yeah, I don't think we've cast a single one. We should be in the draft soon, guys. Pretty hyped for this tournament or this day. Because this is the day that kind of start figuring out which teams are going to be making it through. They starting to see who is going to be making that final bus. This group is unfortunately stacked, though. Other groups much more close. We get more exciting games. Oh, look at them sharing a laugh. uh, should be getting into that draft soon, guys. Towers of Doom. Curious to see what the meta is here. In NA and AU, we see Vikings a top priority on this map. And of course, it's YL's map choice. Knowing YL, they would pick this map. If you look at how former Blaze used to play like 6 months ago, YL reminds me of them. Just really bad. At least Blaze was good at cheese. But these guys just seem like a gimmick. Also going to be the ban here from eStar. Wanting to deny the global presence. YL with that first pick, first ban. And I think it was eStar yesterday that ran Vikings on this map. Not on this map, but ran Vikings in general. I think Cursed Hollow? Was it YL? No. That was MVP Black versus YL. It was versus YL that they Vikings were played. So it wasn't the same team, but versus the same team. Illadino going to be the ban here for YL. They know not to give Illidan to eStar. As eStar willing the first pick the Vikings. They're going to go ahead and pick up the Abathur. Interesting choice for this map. Most in NA feel that Abathur is weak on this map because late game is when Abathur gets his boost, his power boost at 16, which allows him to split push insanely. And split push, not the best on this map. You don't get the greatest value from it. Tastar going to be the first pick here for YL as well as Murden. Picking two very standard heroes. Bit surprising to see that. How do you feel Abathur does versus TLV? It's okay. It's an okay matchup, but it just depends on the map as well. Greyman going to be the pickup here for eStar, showing that really hasn't faded away since his nerf, which is really no surprise to me. It wasn't that big of a nerf. Not enough to hurt him as a hero. Ban Ontario here for YL, which makes sense. Denying material is super important. Murky ban. eStar is just like trying to get rid of anything that could be considered toxic. Not even wanting to deal with it. Vala picked up from YL, as well as Thrall. So YL taking eStar to a cheese map, but not cheesing them. Interesting. Well, eStar has so much on the table. Should see ETC as their warrior. They could also potentially get away with Diablo. Ooh! Oh! Artanis to Haka. Alright. We in there. So, this comp normally probably would never get ran. I think this is a combination of two things. eStar not respecting their opponents, and eStar wanting to show off. Artanis. Artanis is in an interesting spot. We take a look at the Tempest Storm meta snapshot. We moved him up to tier 3 from tier 5, which is a big jump up. The buffs to him helped a lot, but still doesn't make him better than Zoia. He's not better than Zoia. He fits the same role as Zoia. He has that pick potential, which is good with the Swiggity swap. And he also has the ability to do a late game burst like Zoia. They both get their power spikes late game. As Zoia gets better at 13 and 16, so does Artanis. Artanis a late game. And that's why I'm nervous here for eStar, essentially, when it comes to composition. Their comp is very late game. Abathur and Artanis, both very late game heroes, and both aren't the best for this map. However, eStar, not afraid of YL at all. Probably just wanting to put on a show here. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes for these guys. Game number 1 just about to start, guys. Really cool draft from eStar. YL drafting standard, shockingly. We'll see if they can pull out a win here. They might just have more practice on this map than eStar. Consider themselves a specialist in Towers of Doom. But if that were the case, I feel like they would have been brought in here sooner. Unless they've just been consistently. I wonder what all the map bans have been versus YL. If every single day they've played, it's been Towers. Might explain why we haven't seen them play it yet. But let's see how this goes. Towers of Doom, boys. Towers of Doom. Halfway through the load screen right now. Of course, we have the Tirana Tassadar. Duo support here from YL. And here they are on the left-hand side of the map. See how this one is going to go for them. They have a lot of stalls, which is good for this map. Every hero has a way to stall out very well. Multi-shot, Hungering Arrow, Chain Lightning, Owls, Lunar Flare, Storm, Murden Stormbolt, Murden Thunderclap, just going in as Murden and autoing. So they have a lot of ways to stall out tributes. And keep in mind, altars, keep in mind, this is on the new patch. This is on the new patch. The first and, I believe, first and third? Or first and fifth? There's only 2 guaranteed triple spawns on this map. So we, yeah, it's 5th? Okay, it was 5th. Yeah, thanks, chat. So, those, there's a little bit more strategy to this map. Timing when you know you can fight and stuff. Which is maybe why eStar's willing to run this late game composition. Around the 5th spawn timer. They feel a little bit more confident. Dahaka here versus Vala. Dahaka, of course, just a major bully. I think Drag is one of the best gank potential abilities in the game. We're starting to see that get utilized a lot in the competitive scene right now. I do not know what level 1 that is on Artanis. I believe that is the mercenary damage at 1. I think it's 150% extra damage versus minions and structures. Gank coming up here in the top lane there. Tyrande getting her Lunar Flare combo down. Artanis, though, super tanky. Xingxi having to kite back. And neither going down. That was a good stun. A follow-up for Lunara. They got the Hunter's Mark down, but it's Artanis, right? And here comes the triple spawn. It's going to be the top 2 and the bottom 1. Team is very split. And keep in mind, eStar only has 4 bodies to capture with. Abathur not going to be able to cap. So it looks like the top ones are just going to be traded. Neither team willing to contest, which makes sense on eStar's end to not want to fight this. Dahaka getting caught here, down here in the bottom. He's trying to get back. Abathur Hat helping out a lot here, but here comes Xingxi. Vala has to be careful. Xingxi immediately going Worgen form, not wanting to mess around at all in the human form. Swiggity swap happens onto Murden there. He gets hit by the Stormbolt. Zouti, about half HP. Nice Lunar Flare timing, and he's getting very low. Storm comes in from above. Abathur not getting the best value so far in this fight. Every time he goes to hat someone, they're running out. He's not able to get much poke here. Do they get the stall onto Thrall? And they don't. They end up getting that shrine. So the first 2 going over to YL, which is no surprise to me at all. eStar's composition is super late game, guys. You have to keep that in mind. Oh, it's reactive parry? Okay, my bad. I'm still learning all the color changes. Or all the colors, rather. It's a lot of talents you had to learn. Thank you, chat, for the help. Nice push here in the bottom here coming from eStar. Abathur getting them a half-level lead by soaking. You saw his body there in the top. And this is actually going to be a big push coming out here from eStar. They're really utilizing the Abathur right now. Let's switch poke. Oh, but no, Toomey gets taken down. Nice gank there from Thrall. And they need to back out of this now without Abathur Hat. This is a scary fight. Googe getting really, really low as well as Murden, but no Abathur Hat is just so scary. And Artanis is going to fall as well. Nice Lunar Flare onto Xingxi, but he's going to have the vault back. Drag goes down on the NCC, and they get the burst down onto Vala. Rhaegar and Dahaka with the Abathur Hat able to secure that. Really good aggression coming out from both these teams. Despite the losses, eStar still had an experience. It shows you the presence of Abathur on a map like this. Thrall gets picked off. Full mine build coming out from Abathur. Zalti having no fear at all either. He is just playing so aggressive here on Artanis. And we're starting to get that experience lead. Abathur really showing its value here. Tiger going for the cap here. It is a single altar spawn. Owl is going to interrupt it. A lot of damage going down onto Thrall, and Artanis is going to secure that kill. Abathur Hat doing wonders as well. Murden going for the chase. Tassadar comes from above. The Sweetie Swap does end up connecting, and a lot of bursts going down onto Tassadar. Will he get hit by the drag? It doesn't look like it does hit, but they still secure the kill. 2 kills going over to eStar, and wow, this is actually really impressive how much value they are getting out of this composition. I was expecting them to struggle a lot more in the early game. But Artanis looking really good right now with the Abathur combination. Seeming very hard to kill off. So now the core health has evened out, 32 to 32. Abathur is aggressively soaking in the mid lane, which Tassadar is headed to. Thrall soaking top. And I'm assuming that the Abathur is split soaking using the symbiote as well top lane. Yeah, that would be showing why they have such a significant lead. Abathur burrows top. Keeping Tassadar in mid by himself. eStar going to take another camp, and eStar just about to hit level 10. Now we should be seeing Suppression Pulse, I believe it's called. Yeah, this is the blind on Artanis. Every other heroic looking pretty normal. No, that's not true. Interesting pickups here. Full level lead here for eStar still as YL's getting closer and closer to level 9. Take a look at their talent builds. It's going to be a standard multi-shot, a hybrid build coming out from Vala. Owl build from the Tyrande. And finally, YL is going to start taking, or eStar, oh no, that's what eStar, wow, I'm mixing up the colors here. eStar takes more camps. They're doing a good job of being aggressive on the map and just kind of taking control of the map. But it's really cool to see adaptation picked up on Dahaka. Usually we see the Silence Blind, but that's not the case this game. Artanis going to get picked off very easily in this fight. Murden getting Avatar pop. The drag's there, but it's not going to be able to get too much value. Tassadar getting very low. Xingzi wants to get the kill. Force Wall comes down, and Xingzi does end up getting the double kill there. Greymane getting mad value in this fight. He's trying to kite back to me as well on the Greymane clone, looking like he's itching to dive in here. He does go ahead and get some free poke onto Thrall there, and wow, that was a really one-sided fight there. And because of this, NCC is going to be zoning for his team, healing up a lot right now, and they're going to get both those altars capped. That's going to be 8 more shots going over to the core of YL. Really, really well done here coming out from eStar. Artanis is proving to be a really powerful pick for them, which again, I was expecting it to work late game. I did not expect it to find value in the early game, though. Surprisingly, this is a really, really cool composition they're making work here on this map. I'm curious as to how much experience YL has versus the current state of Artanis. Have they played it much? Have they played against it much? A lot of damage going on the Dahaka, forces the burrow out. Being chased down, getting poked really well here, but no kills, no confirmed kill there. Core advantage in favor of the eStar right now, as they're getting closer and closer to level 13. 6 kills to 3. Abathur doing a great job of soaking. Looks like Artanis is split pushing mid. Tassadar is going to rotate up. The Protoss boys duking it out in lane. Let's push from here. We come down here in YL as well. Drag goes down on the Thrall. Starfall comes out, and that's a nice bait on Star Thrall. If they can just disengage, that's a huge win here. That's a huge win here from eStar to just run away and disengage after Starfall goes out. Starfall is really powerful. Does a lot of damage. This allows them to be a little bit more aggressive in this next fight. It's going to be a double altar spawn in mid and bottom. YL here looking for the Feral Spirit. Does not end up connecting with Dahaka. Artanis diving in deep. Gets the Swiggity swap onto Vala. Blind comes out. Doing a lot of damage as well, but Artanis very overextended, doesn't have his healer with him, and Seshal is going to connect with him. A lot of poke coming out. Good disengage from YL. Stole a few heroics up on the end of eStar. Actually, just one. It's going to be go for the throat. Rain of Vengeance and Avatar are still both available. Zalti doing a lot of damage to Tassadar. Gets hit by the Rain of Vengeance. No, he actually walks out of it. Well done. Looking for the re-engage here. NCC doing the best he can to zone them out. Switty swap goes down onto Vala again, and Artanis is going to be able to secure a kill by himself with the Avatar hat. Really well done. Starfall is back up. They're going to try and disengage. Jinxie getting very, very low. Zalti very deep right now. Tiger does not have it central for 50 seconds, but they're still willing to fight this here. Swap goes down onto Guj, and that's going to be a kill onto Tyrande. We're all getting very, very low here. Can they kill off Zalti? No, Artanis, the unkillable monster. With Dahaka being the only death there for eStar, a 3-for-1 exchange, and again, all those shots go into eStar. Double the core HP right now. eStar up 32-16, kills 9-4. I would love to see hero damage. I'm curious as to how much Artanis is doing this game. The problem is, yeah, he's doing decent amounts of damage. I don't think he should be top. I don't even think he'll be close to top. But what he's doing is causing disruption, and the mistake YL is making is they're killing him. They're only going for the Artanis in these fights. And the shields from Artanis are just doing mad work. eStar just about to hit level 16. The gates are open. Be able to teleport to the middle of the map now. Boss being taken here by eStar for almost free. Starfall coming out, not getting the best value. eStar just kind of run through it. Dahaka going for the chase. Does he have the drag up? Force wall goes out. To me in that Avatar clone, not getting the best value there. So that's a good disengage. They'll secure the kill on the Thrall. Level 16 versus level 14. And yeah, this is smart from Avatar. Not going the push build is the best way. You can't go push build on this map. It just doesn't make too much sense. So I like the decision here from Avatar. Toomey gonna get taken down there. That was a great force wall coming out from Tassadar. But NCC and Avatar gonna cap both shrines. That's 10 shots at core. Is that gonna be game? No. 2 off. 2 damage off. Pretty significant advantage right now. 29 HP. Avatar gonna go down. Yep, he does fall to that storm. Good kill there from Tassadar, but I'm assuming there's a Tyrande Owl as well. Two HP left on the core for YL. This has been a dominating performance here from eStar. Again, I'm really liking the change to this map. What you would find previously in games that were stompy, I guess is the way to put it, is that they would still last a very long time. As Huge getting very low down here. Artanis going to be able to secure that kill. Burrow used from Dahaka. Bala in a really bad spot. Tassadar trying to get away. Zalti doing work in this fight so far, and able to keep up with the opponents. The Zealot charge really showing its value. 3-for-0 exchange here. Are there Merc camps they can escort into core? No, because they have towers up. I don't think they can end here. They're going to have to wait for the next altar shrine. Altar spawn. Thundering comes out there to try and disengage for his team, but Thaler going to go down. Drag perfectly timed. Tower's going to go down. They do end up losing, I believe, 2 of the bombs. So they only have the 1 left. So yes, they can escort that in, but it's only going to be 1 core damage. They were wanting to get that tower down just a little bit faster. 1 HP left on the core. They tried. They tried their hardest to escort that in, but it doesn't matter. Here comes the Shrine. Special Pulse coming out. Abathur wiggling down over here. Toomey here going for the cap, and that's going to be it, guys. Artanis with a 100% win rate. In a dominating fashion. There's the damage. I don't know which one hero damage is. Damn it, I didn't see. I'll have to look at the stream. Maybe they cut away before I realized. I'm looking at the stream recording now to see when that damage pops up. I don't know which one's hero damage and siege damage. I should be able to tell after looking at numbers for a second. Artanis did 31,000 hero damage that game, which was 12,000 less than Greymane and 6,000 less than Abathur. So, like I thought, he wasn't going to top damage. His damage isn't as good as Sonya's. Sonya is more of a bully. Sonya has more presence in the game. But Artanis definitely showing his value there in that kind of style. It's almost like, it's a lot like Sonya in the sense, but less damage, but more tankiness. So if you're looking for more of a longer sustained fight, worked out really well for eStar. That was a really cool game. It was a really, really cool game. Well, guys, game number 1 goes to eStar. And success. My computer has not blue screened. We're doing it, team. We're surviving. We're making it through. We're singing songs together about the great success we're having. Yeah, I mean, when you played Artanis last patch, you went full damage build. Like, you had to get any value out of them. But with the changes to Artanis, you don't need to go full damage build anymore. In fact, I think this is the better way to play him right now. No. Looks like Team Liquid 1-2-0. Casual Game versus My Insanity coming up now. Cool, cool. It was a cool game. I'm glad we got to see Artanis bust it out. Blah, blah, blah. Ho, ho, ho. It's 4 a.m. We're casting the Chinese Gold League. The girl in the middle looks like she just came out of Hogwarts to me. Like, I feel like she just, like, could pull a wand out any moment and just start kicking ass. Anyone else get that feel when looking at her? Yeah, she's definitely from Harry Potter. So how's everyone's morning or afternoon, depending on where you live? I'm glad you enjoyed the singing. Something I pride myself on, being just the world's greatest singer. Jessie J ain't got shit on me. Your pre-workout? What is that? Is that where you stretch or something? I've been going on walks. I started going on walks like a month and a half ago, and I was pretty out of shape. Still am, clearly, but I used to like barely be able to walk, like just for 20 minutes. That's how bad it was. And now I walk for an hour, and I can walk to the store and back without like being dead, which is good. So, and I've stopped drinking soda. I haven't had soda in a while. Like 2 weeks now, I stopped drinking it. And that's the real bitch. Is I'm always tired now because I don't have any caffeine. Like I drink monsters to try and stay awake. But if I don't have like a monster, I do like the sugar-free ones. If I don't have a monster, like I can barely stay up for like 8 hours without having to take a nap. It's freaking crazy. Yeah, I got this thing on my phone that's like a step counter, and the last like 2 weeks I've been doing 10,000 steps a day. Not the last 2 weeks. I've been doing 10,000 steps for like a week now. I couldn't do 10,000 steps before, but now I'm doing 10,000 steps a day. Well, that's why I said I get the sugar-free monsters. If sugar is the issue, well, that's not the issue with the monster I drink. I get the sugar-free ones. And it was also the amount of soda I was drinking a day. On some days, I could drink almost an entire 2 liter. And now I kind of just drink a single monster instead. Not a big fan of coffee. I hate coffee. Man, it's taking forever for him to get this draft going. Well, no. My job requires me to, like, not be sleeping. I need something to keep me awake. So right now, not drinking any caffeine ever is just fucking, like, insanely, insanely hard. I just get fucking tired so fast right now. Maybe it's just something like I just gotta like man mode through and get used to, but like the first few days of not drinking any caffeine were just like sleeping 2 to 3 times a day. Well, we finally got that draft going, guys. Zool gonna be the first ban coming out from YL here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, which makes sense. Kind of. I don't know why they don't want to run the Zool themselves. Hiccup. I just hiccuped. I don't know if you heard it. It was more of like a gasp of air. It'll, gonna be the ban. Savas gonna be the first pick here for YL. Makes sense. I like Minesweeper. What's up, Barcode? Barcode, you managing any of the teams that are going to regionals? How old am I? I'm 25. Kael'thas, Enthrall. Finally seen some Kael'thas, man. I think this is the second game total we've seen China run Kael'thas. He's a monster. It's funny because so many people, like when NA first started running Kael'thas, so many people started doubting it. Like I remember like Liquid Quit Chris tweeting out like new Kael'thas sucks, it's the worst. Hell, even players in NA though were like, Arthon was just like shit talking Kael'thas for so long, um, and he was almost good in that patch before. And then when the patch came out, still people doubted him. I believe it was in NA. Faye was the first one that figured out the Kael'thas build in scrims. And KO was the first one that busted out in the tournament. And still then people doubted it a bit. Dude, that guy's got the eStar thing in the side of his head. What? That dude's a badass. ETC and Uther, we've seen used to great success multiple times across multiple regions. Divine Shield plus Mosh Pit equals no one is getting out of that. Li Ming and Tass are going to be the bans. eStar mainly concerned with just denying damage. eStar having both Uther and, or not Uther, Rhaegar and Muradin available to them. Probably willing to lock in the Muradin and a damage dealer. Save Rhaegar for the last pick. No, I think either way you go Rhaegar, but there's a situation where you don't know what warrior you're going to pick. And yeah, the Rhaegar's smarter there, because let's just say whatever these two picks are, there could be an argument for Tyrael, there could be an argument for Diablo, there could be an argument for Stitches. More than likely, Muradin would be 100% the best option here for eStar, but they're leaving that up to being able to adjust based off their draft. Whereas Rhaegar you're going to go no matter what as eStar. There's the Carragino Cappuccino. This is a situation where both Muradin and Tyrael are good versus that, as well as the Jaina. Sanctification could be good here. They're more than likely going to go Muradin, but Sank might not be bad. I'm curious if it's gonna be Joanna, huh? Okay, well that's like the only warrior I didn't list, so half right in the fact that they should have picked their warrior last because you don't know what you want to do flex wise. I mean Joanna makes sense too. You got Iron Skin to avoid the Kerrigan combo. You got Blessed Shield to stun out the Kerrigan when she dives in. You got the Blinds. Super tanky. So overall, really like this draft. It's not the worst from eStar. But should be exciting, guys. We're going to Ole, ole. I don't know if anyone understood what I said, but I'll repeat it. Hello, ole. We back, homies. We back. Sorry about that. Computer just randomly started blue screening a few hours ago. Take a look at level 1 talents here. Kael'thas going for Arcane Barrier. One of the best maps for it. There are just some maps you can't go Arcane Barrier. You won't get it until like post 20. Unless you're just really, really farming. Like I'm talking like really farming globes. Some maps are just hard to get the 25 globes in an efficient time. Even like, so Arcane Barrier used to be at 16. And even if you can get it like by 16, that's worse because it's got nerfed. Like you need to be able to get Arcane Barrier by like 13 for it to be valuable. So most of the time you see Burnt Spheres. This is a map you can do it. Power Slide goes down. It's on Joanna. Really early use of Iron Skin and Kerrigan Jaina, man. Lots of bursts. You get caught out of position, you will die to that. That's going to be an early first blood here from YL. Take a look at level 4 talents here for these two teams. I believe that's... Is that cooldown reduction on Kael'thas? I believe that is. I'm so bad at learning the colors. I need to really just sit down and, like, grind out which is which. It is cooldown reduction. Thank you, Start. This is my preferred... As Kerrigan does get picked off here. I'll talk about that in a second. NCC getting really low, having to kite back. It looks like he's going to live here. Zalti having to kite back as well. Stand from Thrall showing its value. This is my preferred Sylvanas build. Sometimes we're seeing the paralysis at 1 and the unstable poison at 7. I do not prefer that build. I prefer the full Q build, where you get the extra shots that get fired when you kill minions, the additional charges, as well as the barb shot at level 7. That's my preferred build, but we don't really see that too often from Korea and China. That's more of an NA build. Level 7 here for almost both these teams. Kills 2-1 in favor of YL, as they do hit level 7 first. Trying to control the map as well as they can. Cleanse picked up on Uther, no surprise. Level 7 here for eStar. Should be seeing Cleanse, which will help out a lot versus this comp. And the first turn in here for YL is getting some decent value in comparison. So well done by them so far. Utilizing the Sylvanas as well. Kerrigan misses the combo. Gravity goes down, hitting 2 targets. Kael'thas is in a bad spot. He's still going to go down, but they're fighting under Fort, and Sylvanas actually isn't taking it out. That's a big blizzard coming down, but that's going to be the death of Kerrigan. And this is 4 members really deep. This could be really bad for YL. They get the power slide out. They turn around kill on the Zalti, though. Nice hammer rain coming out from Falstad. They're going to get 2 kills. Sylvanas is so low. Uther heals, getting the best value they possibly can, but it looks like this is just a scrap fest of a fight. Wow. So many people went down on the end of each side. It's a 4-for-4 exchange. But the main thing to note here, YL lost a significant amount of their gems because they're retreating. With Falstad on the chase, he was able to pick up the gems of his fallen comrades. So, we're sitting in a situation where it's 56-26. A lot of gems lost there by YL. So really, really well done from eStar. They're still down about half a level. Kill 6-5 here. Aggression going down on the Joanna. Iron Skin pops so early. Power slides there. The Kerrigan combo connects. But he's still not going down. That's just the problem with fucking... Oh, that's such a big mistake from YL. They're not gonna lose anyone here, but when you use everything onto a Joanna. She's just so tanky. She has got so much survivability. It's just such a mistake to do that because this composition is so cooldown dependent. Jaina, she's fallen out of the meta because of how long her burst cooldown is. It's such a long cooldown on the Blizzard and the Kona Cold combo. And same thing with Kerrigan. You know, you often hear that Kerrigan, if she doesn't get value in her combo, she's dead weight. And when you use both of those combos onto a Joanna, that shit, and you don't get the kill, that's the end of that fight for you. You have nothing. That's the scary part about this composition. eStar gets a turn in here. Both teams having level 10. It will be Ring of Frost, of course, here from the Jaina. Water Elemental is just not good anymore. Bless Shield comes out. Kerrigan taking a lot of damage. No Divine Shield just yet. She's looking for the re-engage. Combo comes out. Does not end up connecting everyone. And they immediately retreat here. Feral Heart connecting with the Kerrigan. Divine Shield was popped, and that's a good bait. Really good bait from eStar. Forcing that Divine Shield. That's down for a long time now. 80 seconds until it's back up. Joanna taking a lot of damage. That's Iron Skin down. No engage here from YL. And this is so smart decision-making coming from eStar. The shot calling is really good here. Combo does not end up connecting with anyone. Sundering comes out. Xingxi in a really bad spot, but they get the kill onto Kerrigan and Jaina very quickly. It's a big mosh pit into Ring of Frost, though. But Joanna is still standing somehow. ETC is going to fall. Wow, eStar. A great fight. And they're in such a great position. What I was wanting to say before this was, I love this shot calling from eStar as they're pushing bottom and letting the other two Web Weavers get free value. If we take a look at those lanes, I bet you both front walls are down and both forts are exposed. And now with them clearing this wave, eStar has enough gems for a second turn in here. They're about a full level up now. And we'll see what they can do. Bless Shield, the only cooldown up. Heroic up right now. Fairly short cooldown. Everything else going to be up soon. eStar deciding to go for a fullback before turning in. Still 10 gems needed on the end of YL before they can get a turn in. And they're about 3/4 of a level from hitting 13, so YL has a good period of time where they can contest, where they're going to be looking to contest eStar and trying to deny a turn in. But eStar's playing safe, just trying to soak as well as they can. Heroics are all up except for Ancestral Healing for eStar. Mosh Pit 40 seconds off. This is a very, very long cooldown. Level 13 almost picked up for eStar. This is when they're going to try and contest. They got 33 gems turned in, another 19 being turned in by Joanna, but it does get interrupted by ETC. While looking like they're just going to give it up. This should be a free turn in here. And we'll see how good their defense is going to be. See Giants being cleaned up. Web Weavers are spawning here for eStar as they are about a half level advantage right now. Almost full level, actually. And this is the scary part about having Kerrigan. If you're on the team that's behind this Kerrigan, you feel almost useless. That's why it's so scary to pick her. If you ever just fall behind, it is so hard to come back in the game. Good push here in the mid lane coming out from eStar. They know bottom lane is getting cleared up quickly, and they already taken out that fort. eStar just going for maximum value, trying to just clear up the map as much as they can. Web Weaver here is about 3/4 HP in the top. Toomey going to be pushing with that one. Going to get that fort. So all 3/4 have fallen here for YL. And this is just pushing eStar further and further ahead. And they're going to be able to get this keep wall as well. This is just a really big push from eStar. And out of nowhere, they're just so far ahead. So ridiculously far ahead. Big fight breaking out here. Kerrigan going to be the first to fall. Divine Shield looked like it went on to ETC. Yu's going to go down as well. Ancestral Healing connecting with NCC. They're going deep here. Luther heals, keeping everyone topped off. Web Weaver is still standing in both mid and top. Both of them are just about to die. And the Web Weavers do get cleaned up. Mighty Gust used. Looks like they might try and re-engage here. Fairheart does not connect with ETC. They're going to go ahead and back out. So they got 2 keeps exposed, it looks like. Top is still standing just a little bit with that Web Weaver, and it does finally die. And now it's 47 gems. 48 for eStar. So they're actually not that far from a turn-in. YL about to be down 3 levels, full talent here. And then this is where Kerrigan's really useless. Joanna taking some poke here. We're going to try and zone back YL. Cool build coming up from Joanna. Condemn going down. She's taking a lot of poke, actually. Has to pop Iron Skin. She's going to be able to disengage, though. Just fine. And eStar's going to be able to turn in a bunch of gems here. Is this enough for a turn-in? Yes, they do. They do have just barely enough for a turn-in. Even with the addition of Icy Veins, Jaina's still going to struggle at getting the damage out on the map. And this is when Kel'Thas gets his power spike, where he has the ability to 1v1 anyone. Nice gank, though. They're going to immediately take out Thrall. The Wailing Arrow is there. Can they get the chase? Joanna at the front of this. This is perfect for... This is the best case scenario for YL. Being able to pick off Thrall like that allows them to try and clear up these Web Weavers as well as they can. But eStar doesn't care. They're willing to push without Thrall. There were a lot of heroics use, Wailing Arrow and Maelstrom, but Ring of Frost, Divine Storm, and Mosh Pit are all still available, so eStar has to be careful not to get Mosh, and he goes for the combo and does not end up getting any value. Here comes the Power Slide into Mosh Pit. Is he going to end up going down? There's the Ancestral coming out. Kel'Thas is going to be just fine. Joanna's still leading the charge. Thrall's up in 8 seconds. The Web Weaver does fall. They're trying to get this kill onto Kerrigan. Kel'Thas is going to fall. With only fall set up, they need to back out of here. Joanna taking a lot of damage, pops Iron Skin, gets the kill onto Uther. ETC coming up for the knockback. Whoa, great poke going on to Sylvanas. Can Toomey secure the kill? No, Uther heals just a little bit too strong. And they're forced to back out. Actually, no, they're not forced to back out. Web Weaver's getting insane value this game. Like, the fact that eStar is just stalling out these lanes that they're pushing and, like, forcing the reaction is huge. And they go get the first keep of the game. I don't think they got any other keep. It looks like top keeps half HP, and bottom keeps just barely now taking damage. eStar, finally on the same tier as their opponent, YL, just now hitting 16. So eStar are going to be approaching their fights just a little bit differently. They're willing to fight 4 versus 5 with 16. I don't think they'll be willing to do the same now, though. Really strong lead here for eStar. Looks like YL should be able to get a turn in. Kerrigan combo goes down on the Thrall. Is he going to go down? Yeah, Thrall. This is twice now you've been picked off. You got to be more mindful. You have to respect the Kerrigan. You have to respect the Jaina. Because if you do not have your Rhaegar there, they have the ability to one-shot you every single time. Well, there's a lot of damage going down. Power Slide connects. Uther is down, though. Still no 20, so no redemption. As Wailing Arrow does come out. Does not hit Rhaegar, though. They keep up Kel'Thas. Joanna still somehow alive and just barely now going down, but they get 2 kills on the Sylvanas and Kerrigan. Power Slide used from ETC. Nice fly-in from Toomey, and that's going to secure the kill onto ETC. Do they get him? If they do, this could be very much game. And yeah, with D taking a lot of damage here, he's going to go down. A 5-for-2 exchange. I don't think they could go core. Not without Thrall. If they had Thrall up, they could have gone core. What they can do is get boss, though, which will get keep and then potentially core from there. I think it'd be too greedy to go core with Kerrigan up in 10 seconds. I don't know. Kel'Thas does a lot of single target damage when he has 16. They might have been able to at least attempt core. It just was. This is the smarter play for sure. Clearing up the Web Weavers, because you wouldn't have minions with you. You don't have Joanna. Yeah, you couldn't do core. You couldn't do core. Not without Joanna or Thrall. You would need at least one person that could tank it. So YL worried about the boss. They do know that it's checkmate. Can't really see the gem count right now. It's not visible for some reason. And I'm not doing math. I refuse to count. I refuse. 42 gems, that's not enough for a turn-in. They're all getting picked again. Hashtag Zunafeed. This is like the 5th time that's happened too, where he just gets picked off. Here comes this power slide, mosh pit, cleanse on the Kel'Thas to get him out of there. Divine Shield has been used. Falset in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down here. This is the moment YL is looking for. It's now a 3 versus 5. Kerrigan combo goes down onto Xingzi. He's going to go down. At the same time, Bruiser's pushing that mid lane. YL's going to be able to get themselves a boss, and they stall it out. These Thrall picks, man. They're making it just way too hard. Like, there's the last 3 fights. Last 3 fights have been awkward for eStar because of these Thrall picks. They just immediately lose him before the fight even starts. The struggle is real here. Boss going to get this fort here. Shouldn't be able to get keep. I mean, because eStar hadn't lost any forts yet, this is not going to be the best value for YL, unfortunately. But it stalls up the game. What they need to do is stall up the game until they can get 20. And if they can keep getting picks on the Thrall, then they'll be able to win the game from there. Big push here in the top. It'll definitely get keep wall. They're going to get all 3 forts down. Mid's still standing for eStar. And they do clear up the boss. But YL has 20 now. That's 100% what they needed, was to get 20. Not enough gems for a turn in here for eStar. They did lose a lot when they lost that fight. So the Chain Bomb talent at level 20 from eStar, really impactful. Just kind of just maximum value. Lots of Bolts of the Storms here, though, for YL. Which is important. They'll be able to secure a lot of kills, especially if someone like Thrall's out of position. They get multiple bolts from Sylvanas, Jaina, and Kerrigan onto that target. Okay, Jaina doesn't get bolt anymore. I spot, right. Because Blizzard is crazy. Looks like eStar wants to pressure mid here, though. So it's their only lane where the keep is down. ETC flank, you have to be scared of it. That's why Zalti's back there. To be able to scout it out. A lot of damage going on the Kerrigan there. Was that Gust used? Yeah, really bad Gust from Toomey. And no disengage for the Mosh Pit now. Nice cleanse. It only ended up hitting Xingzi. A lot of damage going down on the ETC. Wailing Arrow comes out. NCC leading the charge with the Condemn, taking a lot of poke. Divine Shield has been used. Kerrigan trying to kill off Kel'Thas here. Does end up bolting out there. That's Ancestral down. Falset does come forward here. NCC has to be careful. He is so low. Really good heals. Really, really good heals from Rhaegar, keeping his team alive. YL forced on the back foot. 9 more gems needed here for eStar. And they can get a turn in. They're going to take these bruisers, which are even more threatened mid. Anytime they get the bruisers, that just helps out eStar so much because of that that keep. Is this enough for a turn in? Yes, it is. That's exactly what Wild needed. They needed to buy time. Get these lanes shoved out. eStar looking for a fight, though. Don't know if they're going to be able to get one. YL rotating around. Just trying to get these lanes shoved out. The only web weaver they had value on when positioning was bottom, and it was instantly cleaned up by eStar. So while this stalled out the game for YL, they're not going to be able to get keeps with this, which is what they were wanting. They could potentially get value top, and they're probably going to get mid fort, but I don't know if they're going to get more than that. Swan showing her value here. Kerrigan combo not going to hit Zalti. And you see that eStar immediately moves forward when that happens. When Kerrigan combo's down, that's when they want to aggress. Holding this middle here as well as they can. Top's actually taking damage here. Toomey up there clearing it out. Jaina going for the flank on the ZC. They get the bolt forward. He's in a lot of trouble. Do they have the Ancestral? Wailing Arrow does not end up connecting with Rhaegar. They get the heal on him. Falstead not in the fight just yet. He's just now coming in. So far, a great survive here. NCC might go down here. Indestructible pop. There we finally see the Divine Shield. Wolf Zingsi go down. They really want to get Kel'Thas, and they do, but they lose Kerrigan as well. A 1-for-1 exchange. And they're doing a really good job of isolating. Oh no, Sylvanas. That's so bad for YL. They get Toomey. They get Zalti as well, though. They end up getting Thrall. So 2-for-2 exchange. Falstad and Jaina, the only damages left up in this fight. Condemn coming down. Uther does have redemption, I believe. They're going for the chase. Falstad does fly forward to get a little bit of extra damage. And yes, he does have redemption. I believe. It's hard to tell from the screen share. It looks like he's glowing like he has redemption up. And yeah, he did. Well, a 3-for-2 exchange in favor of eStar. And they have enough for a turn-in. But they're not going to turn in right away. I don't think they should. I would hold off on that. They need to shove out their lanes, and they need to wait for people to be up. I don't know if I like NCC turning in this early. They have time to wave clear. And he did, oh, no, he did turn it in. Okay. I really wish he wouldn't have turned it in. Wish he would have waited. Just shove out lanes so that his web weavers get more value, because right now, they're not going to get too much value. He had time to wait. With 33 seconds on Uther, they could have shoved out lanes pretty hard. And waited for a little bit better positioning for the web weavers. Well, web weavers are pushing mid and bottom. Top lane is really far back, which is where the last keep is. And it looks like eStar is wanting to threaten core. Uther is just now up. See if eStar can close this out here. So far, YL has been doing really good in these fights, despite you know, the less than optimal comp. Webweaver getting cleared up almost instantly here by YL. Good job so far. They've taken no core damage. This is stalling out for top lane though, but that Webweaver is already half HP. So if anyone goes to defend it, it could be cleared up before it gets that keep. Ice Block's been used early here. Kerrigan does leap forward. It takes a lot of damage. That's an early Divine Shield. This forces the fight for YL. Mosh Pit used, but no value at all. Sunray comes out, but the core is dying so fast. It doesn't even matter, guys. 50%, a triple wipe. Oh, no. That was so bad. That was so bad for YL. The early Ice Block, the early Divine Shield, they all just kind of panicked. And that forced the win there for eStar. A lot closer than eStar was wanting. They do not look happy with that. They do not play well. Zalti really struggling as Thrall that game. YL showing a little bit of life, though. That comp, they were doing good. But the problem with a composition like that is you have to play close to perfect. And it can work well, like we saw. We saw it working very well in those teams fights. But you have more room for error when running other compositions, like the one eStar happened. So while both teams were making mechanical misplays, You really can't afford to do that with that kind of composition from YL. Toomey's MVP. No, I wouldn't say he was the MVP of that set. I would give it to maybe Xingxi. I like that guy on the right's hair. It's neat. If I were to pick any of them to have a haircut like, it'd be the girl in the middle. I wish I could pull off hair like that. Think of how cool I would look with hair like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chat? You guys know. You guys know. I don't need to explain it to you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does seem like that, Glorp. Just who makes the biggest play. But, I don't know. Very rarely do you see supports ever get picked for MVP. And that Rhaegar made magic happen. The Ancestrals were always there. There was never a fight. There was not a single fight where Ancestral missed. He would always use it and get at least solid value out of it.
nice。没有拿，那我等一下我掏。刷个盾，nice。去拿吧。你准备最后面，保我一下。我知道。最后面打。太阳德。我没捞呢。拉到了，他回头走了。自己小心，丢换你了。我捞呢。
Well, we have downtime. Ladies and gentlemen. We could sing songs together if you guys want. Down by the bay, where the watermelon grows, back to my home, I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a llama wearing pajamas? Down by the bay. Am I expecting any Artanis and DreamHack Austin? Probably. Just a little bit. I don't know if he'll be full on good, but Artanis is seeing play. It's just very specific comps.